At the outset, my role is to moderate. Therefore, I think I must patiently hear both of the speaking and then sum up. And also in between, with your permission, to intervene in between, if permitted, and then take the conversation further. So I wholeheartedly welcome Srimati Vidya Subramanian Madam and Srimati Sridevi Iyengar. Her father happens to be a very, very good friend of mine, Professor D.N.K. Iyengar, a very renowned professor of metallurgy in Indian Institute of Science. And education, when starting, after independence has taken a lot of transformation. The first commission was Arkat Lakshman Son Modaliyar's commission. That is for school education. And part of it was for the higher education also. Subsequently, in 1948, this was in 47, Arkat Lakshman Son Modaliyar's commission. He was the Vice Chancellor of Madras University for more than 2 decades. And he was a gynecologist by profession those days, Arkat Lakshman Son Modaliyar. His brother Arkat Ramswam Modaliyar was Diwan of Madras Presidency. And in 1948 was the Radhakrishnan's committee. Radhakrishnan's committee, the central point of Radhakrishnan's committee was teacher-centric education. And then we had several small committees, but in 1965 or so, there was a very good scintillating effect in the field of education. That is Kothari Commission report. In Kothari Commission report, a lot of changes in higher education were recommended, and I don't know what was the reason then. The political will or mind was essential. Therefore, a pick and choose phenomena was adopted. The total education pattern was not taken into fully implemented. Then after that, we had in 1970s and early 80s national policy on education. So again they doped in a lot of new things and threw away a part of Kothari Commission's report outside the window and brought a new concept. Till then, the gross enrollment ratio of the country was very, very minimum. Probably it was swinging between 5% to 7% or so. So nobody had, even the Statistics Ministry of Human Resource Development, which took care of all the schools and colleges, did not have a proper statistics. But anyway, with the Planning Commission report, and they would supply whatever they got to the University Grants Commission. And thereafter, 84 and 88, let me cut short, and we have the new education policy now, which has really taken over. It is an offbeat of all the reports, starting from 1947 till date. It is one of the excellent reports. Unfortunately, the other than the central government, BJP government, I will have to bring in the party here, because in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, now they are adopting the state education policy. They have their own policy, because in Constitution of India, education is a concurrent subject. Whatever the central government says, the state government need not agree. Therefore, they have their own policy. Whether right or wrong, it's a different question altogether. But in the national education policy, the major concern of our Honorable Prime Minister was the gross enrollment ratio has fallen down. What is the effect on the society? When you call a developing country or developed country, what is a developing country and what is the definition of a developed country? You take the pockets of European countries, there even the higher education ratio is less. You take the American universities, American schools, because we all have lived in the United States, and I know because I was there as a working professional and senior scientist in the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and then I moved to Texas way back in 86 to 88. Then and now, the scenario is, after he graduates his 10th standard, he doesn't take up for higher education unless and until he is interested. He goes to a plumbing job or an electrician's job or as a driver or in the mall or whatever it is. The thought process is he takes up a job, he earns, and if they are really interested, they get into the undergraduate and postgraduate, and doctoral is very, very minimal. So, why did I bring in all this preamble? The reason was, be it engineering, medicine, social science, now we call as liberal science. Liberal science includes your arts, fine arts, also combination of everything. But now, how do we improve the gross enrollment ratio? This is the fundamental question. Whether it contributes to the GDP of the country, the second question. And the third question is, do we have to always have the government support or patronage for any of the schools or colleges, is the third question. And how do we expand the higher education? What are the modes? Coming to the point, the first thing is the central universities. Especially the present government is very, very magnanimous in having IITs in almost, not almost, in all the states. Central universities in all the states where music is part of the department there. Faculty of Arts or School of Music or School of Fine Arts, whatever it is, music is a component of the university. The second one is the state-supported universities. Even in the state-supported universities, be it Carnatic or Western or Hindustani music department exists. The third one is the concept of deemed to be university. It started during Arjun Singh's time in Ministry of Human Resource Development. Now it is called as Ministry of Education. There, the deemed universities sprung up. The deemed universities are under the control of Universities Grants Commission. There, the music department was also given certain grants under the plan grant to increase the gross enrollment ratio. The fourth category was the concept of private university. The concept of private university did take a dip because in Chhattisgarh, 120 private universities, overnight it was started during Ajit Jogi's time, and our former Yashpal Sharma, Yashpal of the University Grants Commission filed a public interest litigation, Yashpal versus State of Chhattisgarh, and the whole thing was squashed. And thereafter, the Karnataka was benefited through that judgment, because when I was the Vice Chairman of Higher Education Council, I read the whole judgment. That is, codified rules have to be in vogue to give private universities, and even in the private universities, some of them, it is not controlled by the University Grants Commission. It is by the state legislature. Assembly gogutte, act agatte, baratte. Deemed university is by center. But illi, now the catch here is whether the music department exists or not. There is nothing mandatory, because if you start a fine arts department, you will have to admit the fact that you don't get money in the fine arts department. You will have to give fees and you will have to study. You don't get grants. So, whether the gross enrollment ratio is important in such cases or not. Now coming to the point, then there are de novo universities, etc. Let me stop at this preamble. Here, the mode of education was Gurukulas earlier time. In Gurukulas, the Maharajas or Divans would give some money or piece of revenue for the masters, and the teachers would always, take their pupils as their own children and teach them. Slowly the transformation took to institutions.